Well, let's come back to our issue of this counterterrorism and back to this remark by President Trump, because opinions are divided on it. Some people say Nigeria is a sovereign nation, which you rightly mentioned, and a lot of other people have welcomed the idea of this invasion in Nigeria. Now, I would like to know, what do you think is the implication of this internal division between Nigerians?
I think the internal division are not with decision makers. The internal division you are experiencing is on social media. And some of us that are critical don't make our analysis based on social media divisions that you see in the country. You look at the institutional analysis.
But they seem to be getting the attention of the foreign nations.
The attention of foreign nations, like I told you, Nigeria belongs to the United Nations. And that makes Nigeria open for any country, some of the superpowers, to be interested in what is happening in Nigeria. Because human rights is an international matter. Okay, so things cannot be, atrocity cannot be happening in Nigeria, and you expect these strong international countries to be quiet. They will not be quiet. But what I know is that what we need is strategic engagement, diplomatic engagement. And what President Trump is saying is not that he's invading Nigeria. He's coming to help Nigeria to stop this menace. It's a menace. He cannot be a president of the United States of America, one of the big boys we have in the world, and watch people in Nigeria being molested in their own country. You cannot sleep in your country. You cannot sleep with your two eyes closed in your country. Look at one of your colleagues the other time. We are even talking about terrorism. He said, your colleagues in Arise TV died just like that. A young promising lady, just like that, died. Okay? So there are criminal activities going on everywhere. So Mr. Trump is not threatening to invade Nigeria. He's only threatening the institution to brace up, to stand. If by today you don't hear the news of killing in Plateau, killing in Benue, herdsmen attack, this and this, for 1 month you don't hear it, President Trump will not talk about Nigeria. But if you continue to hear there is herdsmen attack, there is this, there are this in Plateau, in Benue, in Adamawa, in Borno, President Trump will be interested. Other nations can be interested. And look, there is nothing wrong with international partnership to combat terrorism. Because if you allow it in your country, it will gradually penetrate into another country. From there, it will have a whole region. And if it captures West Africa, who knows what will happen in the entire African countries. So that is why it's a burden to Nigeria already, and international communities are already trying to support. So I want to see it as a support, as a relationship. Let's partner, synergize. Let Mr. President appoint diplomats, seasoned diplomats that will engage with the US, with UK, with all the international communities. Let's come together and see how we can solve our insecurity problem in Nigeria. Let's not be divided and say, let them attack Nigeria. After all, it's Tinubu that is the president. If here is hot, it will be hot for everybody, both the opposition and the people in power. If here is sweet, the road that ES in Wike is using FCT, am I not using it? Is it only APC members that are using it? If here is peaceful and business is thriving in Nigeria, I will benefit. And of course, that is why I still believe that if Labour Party will be allowed to implement their policies in Nigeria, some of these things will be 80% resolved.
Okay, talking about Labour Party and implementing some of its policies. Now, what kind of, how can the National Assembly also in its oversight function help in this? Most times you hear a sitting IGP say, we're withdrawing mobile policemen from dignitaries, and they never get it implemented. Do you think that the National Assembly can help play a role to ensure that we have the kind of policing and security we have?
They are, in fact, the National Assembly, I'm sorry to say, because tomorrow I may happen to appear there, maybe their appointment, or be a member. But the truth is that any nation that works, the parliament must be functional. The parliament must be able to stand their feet and say, this must stop. they will engage the executive. But the current parliament we have today is not doing that job. I'm sorry. They are not doing that job. They have a great role to play because they are the beneficiaries. Go to every ministry. It's honorable members and senators that are dragging capital projects. They are dragging it. They have left their oversight function. What they now do, minister, put this job for me, put this job for me. They won't question the minister, how are you spending, what is the performance of your budget? They don't do that because there's campaign for project to do. And our citizens now expect honorable members and senators to build road, not to make law. So if you're a honorable member, you're a senator, you've not done street light, you've not done school, you've not built road, they won't see you as a representative. Nigerians, because of lack of, governance, good governance, have begin to interchange roles. They expect that honorable member will build road instead of the governor or the local government chairman to engage in road building and electrification, rural electrification. They expect honorable member. So if Nigeria must function, the National Assembly must first of all purge themselves. Travel and go and see how many police officers that follows them. A lawmaker. Is it supposed to be so? No. A lawmaker is supposed to drive himself. Go and see the amount of security that the Senate President and the House of Rep Speaker is pulling on the road. Almost competing with that of the President and the... In fact, that of the Senate President is more than that of the Vice President of the country. So they are only securing themselves. They are interested in themselves. If they are interested in Nigerians, let them make a law today that everybody must apply Lokoja Road.
All right, Mr. Kennedy Ahanotu.
Let them make a law.